Hey Suha, what did you do over spring break?
I stayed home. What did you do?
I went to the beach, and you'll never believe what I saw.
What?
27 dolphins.
27? Oh, that reminds me. We need to film the 27th edition of the EDS News.
Let's go.
This week on upcoming events. Saturday, April 6th is the annual Evansville Day School Gala. The theme this year is pop art. On Thursday, April 11th, there is a Key Club meeting. Academic Bowl is on Tuesday, April 16th. That's it this week on upcoming events. Tune in next week for more.
And now for this week on sports. The girls' tennis team had a match on Wednesday against Heritage Hills. There were many close matches, but they lost 1-4. They had a match tonight against ECS at 4 at day school. The boys' golf team had a match on Thursday against Mount Vernon and Harrison. The boys still need one more player in order to qualify for team play at high school matches. Please see Mr. Dragon if you are interested in joining the team. That's it for this week on sports.
Now for this week on What's Hot, the death of rapper Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle was shot and killed on Sunday at the age of 33. 2 others were hurt in the shooting on Sunday. All 3 made it to the hospital, and the other 2 remained stable, but Hussle was not as fortunate. Hussle did a lot for the community outside of music. Last year, he launched the first Marathon Clothing Smart store in Los Angeles. He also owned the Marathon Agency, which is a branding, marketing, and media agency. Hussle also had involvement in the gang violence protection. He had a meeting set up with the police chief of LA on Monday of this week, but he was murdered on Sunday. He will be remembered for his music, his dedication to his family, and his strong legacy of community involvement. That's it for this week on What's Hot.
The Tennessee Intercession left very early on Monday morning to start off in Gatlinburg. When we arrived, we went to the aquarium where we got to see all kinds of animals. Then we rode on a lift that took us up to the top of a mountain and then back down. Then on Tuesday, we went on a long hike to see Rainbow Falls and the Smoky Mountain National Park. We went ziplining to end the day. On Wednesday, we went on the Incline Railway in Chattanooga. We also went to Rock City, where we got to see 7 states from one point. We also went to Ruby Falls. On Thursday, we went to the Hermitage and the Botanical Gardens. Then we went to the mall to eat dinner and shop, and we got ice cream on Music Row in Nashville. Lastly, on Friday, we went on a Vanderbilt tour, which was given by Miss Heck. Then we all went to eat lunch at a Tex-Mex place, and then we headed home.
This year, art teacher Mr. Bosler and social studies teacher Ms. Seymour took 5 students on a week of day trips to art museums in their Art Experiences Intercession. On Monday, we went to USI and participated in a printmaking workshop, followed by a hands-on tour of the university's Curator Center. At the Curator Center, we were able to touch artifacts and even try to decipher ancient Buddhist text. On Tuesday, we traveled to St. Louis and went to the St. Louis Art Museum, and afterwards we sat outside in the courtyard. Wednesday, we stayed in Evansville and traveled downtown to look at pieces in the Evansville Art Museum. Thursday was a day filled with excitement as we traveled to Louisville to go to the Speed Art Museum and ended the day with glass-blowing ornaments at the Flame Run Studio. We concluded our trip with a visit to the Indianapolis Museum of Arts on Friday.
One of this year's intercession options was a week of learning and interacting with animals. Mr. D and Ms. Hubert led this intercession. On Monday, students visited Wilston Ranch and Broadbent Wildlife Sanctuary. On Tuesday, the group visited Meadowbriar Stables and Healing Greens and learned about horses and horseback riding. On Wednesday, students toured an exotic feline rescue and the alpaca farm, Supaca. On Thursday, the group drove up to Cincinnati and visited the Cincinnati Zoo. They spent the night, and on Friday, they toured the Newport Aquarium before heading back to EDS. It was a great experience for the entire group.
On the community service intercession, the students did many activities. Some helped with Drew's Eagle Scout project, which was building a table and a bench for the woods area. Others went down to the preschool to help with the little kids and play with them. Students also power washed the deck, picked up trash by the soccer fields, made flower pots, and painted a picnic table. At the end of the week, everyone went to the Tri-State Food Bank to label cans.
This year, one of the options to travel on Intercession was a trip to San Diego. We arrived in San Diego on Sunday night. Our week started off by going to Scripps Marine Biology Center and listening to the student presentations about ocean science and conservation. Then we went to an aquarium and we ended our day with a kayak tour. On Tuesday, we spent the day at the San Diego Zoo, where we got to see many cool animals like pandas, elephants, polar bears, and many others. We ended our day going out to dinner at an Italian restaurant. On Wednesday, we went to Balboa Park, which is where we got to explore many different museums. Then on Thursday, we went to Cabrillo National Park, where we went hiking. Then we went to Old Town and had an awesome food tour. Thursday was our last day, so we traveled home on Friday.
And now for this week's childish edition of In the Halls, we put EDS students on the hot seat.
What has hands but can't clap?
A ghost? I don't know. A clock? Oh, it's got a clock.
What letter of the alphabet has the most water?
I don't know. W? C. Oh, yeah. It's a C. C. C.
In a one-story pink house, there was a pink person, a pink cat, and a pink table. Everything was pink. What color were the stairs?
Purple? There were no stairs. There were no stairs. It was a one-story house. There were none.
What has a neck but no head?
A tennis racket. A boat? An elephant? A bottle cap? Stocking?
I'm full of keys, but I can't open any doors. What am I?
A door. Full of keys, but can't open any door.
A piano.
I've heard this before.
Ugh, it stinks being back at school. Mr. D assigned us 28 math problems.
28.
Join us next week for the 28th edition of the EDS News.